EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. Touchdown, Browns. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Two in, the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
This is caught at the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Mostert. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
They'll run with Mostert. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. He'll get 4 yards of the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. 7-7, our score after 1. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. A 3rd down gain of 19.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb on a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. It was Raekwon Davis with the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
The downside for the defense is that they're dealing with a team that's in their red zone, but the upside, not much room to work with for the offense. Fewer windows in the zone for them to throw into. Tough for a quarterback to get a throw off before the pressure ends up getting to him.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And that last penalty makes his third down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
York able to send this one through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was... And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Second down, here's Chubb again. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Quick throw completed by Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson finding Amari Cooper. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by York is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. To a hit, and the ball is out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on second and long. Tua. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Black Ultra.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Field black. Red cycle.
Tua going to try and throw for it to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Taken from about the 12. And able to get this out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll try and run here with Mostert. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point, and good by Sanders. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Pulls it in at the 13. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive. And we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
They go up the middle with Chubb, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. On 4th down, Watson. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? One receiver to the left is Cooper. Chubb, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll try again with Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Browns have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 112 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a short 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Tagovailoa going for it on fourth down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Chubb will get the call running left. And he's got room. And down inside the 15 he goes. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Handoff comes to Chubb. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. There he goes left side. 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. This game has been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Pulls it in at the 13. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they have to try and move past that pick-6 because now they're dealing with a 4th-quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Watson. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
And some room to work. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On second down, Mostert. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Back to throw is Tua. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And now off to the races, down the right side. Past the 20. And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Next to score, Browns 31, Dolphins 27.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of the defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. It's a big play there for Miami. 45 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And some room to maneuver. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Okay, ready?
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run right side with Mostert. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Tua. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here, because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way, as we saw there.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Would you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.